After Nia sealed the gateway and buried the temple deep beneath the cursed sands, the world slowly began to heal. Survivors emerged from ruined cities, clinging to scraps of their former lives, rebuilding broken homes with trembling hands. Governments reformed, armies disbanded and reformed, treaties were signed in blood and hope. The world thought it had defeated the darkness. The world was wrong. In the abandoned outskirts of southern Ethiopia, beyond the burning fields and the shattered ghost towns, a black flower bloomed. It wasn't a flower in the natural sense. It was a breathing, pulsating thing. Its veins pumped black ichor into the cracked earth. Around it, the soil turned to glass. Birds fell from the sky. Insects died mid-flight. The Witch Mother was not dead. She had only been driven deeper into the bones of the earth. And now, her children were waking up. The first sign came as whispers on the winds. Shepherds tending their flocks began hearing songs that were not of this world, sweet and cruel, promising everything they had ever desired. Some resisted, most did not. Their bodies changed first, flesh stretching thin, their eyes losing their whites, their teeth sharpened like needles. They abandoned their homes and moved toward the singing black flower. They gathered in silent worship, waiting for their rebirth. A month later, villages began disappearing without a trace. Whole populations gone overnight. No blood, no struggle. Only strange symbols carved into the ground, swirling patterns that glowed faintly in the moonlight. The news was suppressed. The United Nations issued quiet warnings to avoid travel to certain quarantine zones. They called it a biohazard. Those who ventured in never returned. Among the survivors of the last war against the darkness, Nia lived in hiding. Her body bore the scars of her final battle. Her skin marked with ancient runes that burned under the full moon. Her hair streaked with silver where once it had been pure black. She had known peace would not last. Her dreams had returned, darker, sharper. The Witch Mother's voice now whispered directly into her mind, calling her daughter, mocking her, promising her a throne if she just surrendered. But Nia would not break. In the desolation of a ruined monastery in Tibet, Nia met with the last circle of guardians, an order even older than the Witch Mother herself, the custodians of the Pale Gate. Their leader, an ancient monk whose face was hidden behind layers of white silk, told her the terrible truth. You cannot kill the Witch Mother. You can only bind her with blood. And whose blood? Nia asked. The monk did not answer. He only handed her a blade. Forged from the bones of forgotten gods, the blade drank light. Its surface shimmered with colors no human tongue could name. You will know when the time comes, the monk said. Armed with nothing but the bone blade and her iron will, Nia set out again, back into the infected zones. She was not alone. Other warriors had risen. Broken people who had nothing left to lose. Soldiers, witches, outcasts, seers. They formed the last covenant. They carried crude weapons. They wore charms made of iron, salt, and bone. Their faces were marked with the sigils of protection. They moved through the wastelands like ghosts, hunting the children. The battles were horrific. The children were no longer human. They moved like spiders, twisted and graceful, their laughter breaking minds before claws ever touched flesh. At night, the sky wept black rain. Still, the covenant pressed on, deeper into the heart of darkness, until they found the Black Citadel. It had grown where the flower first bloomed, a massive, writhing structure of flesh, bone, and black glass, towering over the Deadlands. It pulsed like a heart, its walls breathing. Its gates made from the fused bodies of the living. At its peak stood a throne, and on the throne sat her, not the Witch Mother herself, but her emissary. A creature neither male nor female, cloaked in a shifting mass of tendrils and shadow. Its face was a mirror, a smooth surface reflecting whoever dared look at it, showing them their deepest guilt. The Covenant's resolve shattered. Some dropped their weapons. Some fell to their knees, weeping, begging for forgiveness. Others turned on each other, screaming accusations. Nia alone remained standing, gripping the bone blade until her palms bled. The emissary rose from the throne. It spoke with 1,000 voices, a choir of damned souls. "Welcome home, daughter." Nia's heart twisted, but she stepped forward, blade raised. "You're not my mother," she said. The emissary laughed. "You carry her blood in your veins. You were chosen long before you were born. You were shaped for this." Nia shook her head. "I was shaped to end you." The ground split open. From the depths crawled horrors, giants of bone and sinew, their jaws unhinged, their spines twisted into spiked whips. The final battle began. The Covenant fought with desperate fury, carving through the children, their charms flaring with holy fire. But they were outnumbered, outmatched. The emissary moved like smoke, its tendrils slicing through flesh and bone. One by one, Nia's companions fell, until only she remained, standing before the throne, surrounded by corpses. The emissary extended a hand. "Take your place," it whispered. Rule at her side. "All this can be yours." Nia trembled. She remembered the faces of those who had died for this fight. The burned cities, the poisoned skies, the oceans filled with dead things. She raised the bone blade high, and with a scream that tore the heavens, she plunged it into the heart of the Citadel. The world shattered. The Citadel screamed. The emissary wailed, its form unraveling into ash and memory.